All right, so here's on this side of the house. This is our bean row here at the back. So I've tried to do the runner beans, the ones that will grow up the trellis, because I have the trellis and it saves space. I don't really want the bush beans, but I think some of these seeds here might have been a few bush beans that I got intermixed when I was planting the seeds, and I forgot which ones are what. But it looks like um, the runner beans are doing well. We have kind of two variety here. There's the scarlet red runner bean, which are nice because, as you can see, they produce this nice little red flower as they start to trellis up. And then we have the regular green pole beans that we started. And they get a lot of sun, especially a lot of morning sun. And I got them here in these plastic containers because, unfortunately, for the grow pots, they don't make rectangle grow pots like I've been using. So I have to use the hard plastic ones. But for something small like beans, it's probably okay. Of course, everything's irrigated. As you notice, everything I put in here is getting water. And I started these uh, pole beans back here in the pea pots, and I just put them out. So I got them on the front and the back, and hopefully I got enough trellis and enough space for the beans to produce. Now, here we have some more peppers, right? And they're doing well. They're little, but they're growing. This is a cayenne, and I did pick one cayenne pepper off of that. But that's a cayenne. I want that to grow bigger, so I'm gonna see this sucker here and take that off. I'm gonna see this sucker here. I'm gonna take that off. So I want the plant to grow higher, just like this one is here. Right? This one is producing some nice peppers already, and this is, of course, our sweet banana. And like these lower leaves, I really could just kind of snap them off here and prune while I take this video, but these are nice. They got lots of little peppers here, and I picked a few off, so it's doing well. So is this one. They're both doing well. They're both making peppers. These empty ones here were the old cucumbers. I'm gonna probably reuse the dirt and all that stuff for some more plants here as they come out of the seeds. So I'm just gonna let that sit there. But one of the good successes that I've had is this coconut core topping. It keeps the dirt moist and nice. So I've been using that, and I like that too. Also like the straw. The straw is nice here. Of course, look at that big marigold that's growing. Now my turmeric and ginger so far look empty. Now they need hot weather, and so hopefully they'll grow, and hopefully they don't. Since I got them from the store, they don't have that retardant on it that stops them from growing. I might have to find maybe maybe organic, non-affected ginger and turmeric. But I'm keeping hope alive here, keeping them going, keep the dirt going with the watering. Now, this is the back row tomato, and you can see, boy, oh boy, we got some tomatoes. I mean, there's a nice plant here that I got strung up, but boy, oh boy, look at the size of those tomatoes. Now, this variety here is what we call the Cherokee Purple. And once they start to turn, we should have some nice tomatoes there. That is really good. And these are also the Cherokee Purples. And they're big, they're huge. And again, I try not to grow beefsteak because it's a little aggressive here in Texas with the heat. But these smaller ones should do good. But boy, these are definitely big tomatoes as well. I'm very surprised by how big they are. And hopefully, they got the nice stalk. They're going to get that nice nutrients, and they'll start turning here quickly because those green tomatoes just look really good. We want to eat. Now, what's growing much easier here, and these are kind of the picture perfect one, is the little cherry tomatoes, right? So we got them all starting to grow, and this is like the picture shot here, right? This one right here would be on the cover of the seeds where you have the cluster just kind of cascade down. Now, if you want to know what kind these are what you call a sugar bush, and they make hopefully lots of rows of these cherry tomatoes. So we're kind of waiting for them to get vine ripe and start to pick them before the birds notice them. But there's another cluster of green here, so they're doing well. They're growing. And then of course we have our other tomato plants here, and there's got lots of medium size and cherry size. Lots of green tomatoes, and they're growing well. That one there looks like it needs to be picked, but we've got them strung up here on our trellis. because it's kind of easier that way. I hate the tomato cages. They're a bit of a pain to set up and use. They constrict the airflow. One of the things that I did a couple days ago is I took a lot of those bottom leaves off, took out some of the extra leaves because I'm not growing leaves, I'm growing tomatoes. So hopefully that forces the energy into the tomato. It keeps it very airy so air can circulate through, so no disease or bugs have a chance. So hopefully that's going to keep them going. And again, the marigolds are doing well to attract all the nice insects and bugs. And of course, this is for the mosquitoes. It's a citronella plant. And it's really funny when you come close and hit the leaves like this and then smell, it smells like lemon pledge, like you're cleaning your floors. So I guess the mosquitoes don't like that. Now over here we have our cantaloupe, which just like the watermelon, we're growing in containers, and there is 2 cantaloupes growing very well. Behind here is our hydroponic experiment. These are 2 ghost peppers that I have in a 5-gallon black container. I put foil on the top of the hole so that if it does rain, it doesn't fill up my pot and drown the plants. But they're doing very well. And I'm going to show you here, if I can steady it with the camera, I'm going to show you the roots here. And this is what everybody wants to show when you do hydroponics. So let me see if I can take this off and steady it. All right, here it comes. All right, folks, so why do you do hydroponics? Because of this root structure, right? So if you notice, it's a pail of water with nutrients. And here's the roots that are just gobbling up all the nutrients and the plant. So let me put this back down with one hand and snap that all back in. So that's what you want to see. You want to see those pure white roots. And what's going to happen is I watch the water as the plant drinks up the water, then I'll refill it back. But it started to stunt about a week and a half ago. I've noticed that the little leaves on top were not getting any bigger. Like all of a sudden it was like stuck in time. So that told me that the nutrients that were in the water had been used. So I started using this nutrient called Master Blend. Basically it's a commercial fertilizer you can get. If you look up Master Blend, it'll tell you where you can get it. It's a little company, Morgan Creek in Missouri, I think, if I remember. But it's basically nitrogen and phosphorus and all that good stuff. You basically mix it up and you can use it for anything, your irrigation system, the aquaponics. But I tell you, as soon as I put the plant back in that Master Blend, it's kicking up again, right? So it needed that boost, and you just gotta, there's no marker that tells you when you need more nutrients, but that Master Blend is some good stuff. Just like they all say, as soon as their plants hit it, they grow well. And all of these plants are getting Master Blend through the irrigation system, so I'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, that's some good stuff. I think that is my go-to fertilizer for my aquaponics, for my everything. It works, and it seems to work well and easy to use.